Hey everybody, this is Dave coming to you from the Gaming Cave. Today we're going to continue our playthrough of American Tank Ace from Compass Games and designed by Gregory M. Smith. Alright, so we finished in our first video, we finished our first two missions, and we're still in June of 44. We still got about, looks like, what, 5 more to go? 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go. And that'll get us through June. So let's get started. Let's roll. Oh, one thing I meant to do, I guess I should go ahead and do that. These counters are your major events, and they actually go on the map board here, and then as they're completed you take them off. So I think I'll put them on there just to get them in the right spot here. And like I said, once you complete them, then you just take them off of there. Here's number 7. So those are like the major campaigns that we could get involved in. The bulge. Okay, all right. Okay, so first thing we do is determine our mission. So we are going to roll 2 dice. And we get, that's a 6 and a 1 is 7. It's a movement to contact, same as I had last time, so we'll leave that on there. We'll write that on our sheet. Move to contact. Okay. Next thing we do is our weather chart. Let's see what our weather's going to be. And we have a 3 and a 1, so 4, so it is clear again. Okay, that's good. And then we go to the terrain chart on A5, and we roll 1 die, please, not 2. And we roll a 4, and we're still in the woods. So we haven't changed our terrain very much. We're still in the woods. We'll be at medium range no matter what happens. Okay. Next thing we do is set up our battle board. So we have to roll 2d6 again, and this is for our enemy force generation. Let's see what's going to be out here. And we get a 7, and a 7 is 1 anti-tank and 2 infantry. Okay, so 1 anti-tank gun, 2 infantry. So we need a 10-sided die, and the anti-tank gun is a 9. And that is a 7.62 centimeter Pack 36. All right. So let me get that out. Okay, so we have that. As you can see, it has an armor piercing number 7. So it's a big hitter. We're going to want to knock it out pretty quick. And now we got to check for our infantry and see what type of infantry. We roll 1d6 and we get a 1, and that is low quality, so we'll roll, and the low quality is a 3, which is the Ost. Okay, so I gotta get out 2 Ost German units. Haven't had them out yet. Get the little bag open. Here's a 1. And let's see. There he is. I see him. There's 2. Okay. So we have 2 Ost right here in 1 pack. So we got to place them now. So we'll roll for the anti-tank gun. And it is a 3. So it is here in the middle. And we have our infantry, which is a 2. He's over here. And an infantry, which is a 3. He's up here. All right. So we have these guys. And I'm at medium range. And I've got my Willie Pete loaded. And we go to conduct combat. Okay. So this is another movement to combat. I'm not going to spend my prestige point for artillery. There's no degrading smoke, no suppression markers, so we determine enemy targeting. So we have to roll for each one of these guys, see if they're going to target me. So we'll start with this infantry over here. He gets a 6, he does not. Now the other infantry, a 4, no, and the anti-tank gun, 5, no, he does not. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is conduct my actions. Well, the first action is firing my Willie Pete at that anti-tank gun. Okay. And I'm going to auto load an HE round after that. Right. And I think last turn I was doing this wrong. I still roll on this table to determine if I hit at this range. Once I get that, then I would roll here against the infantry. But if I hit that anti-tank gun, it's destroyed. And this is a Willie Pete round, so if I hit, it's going to lay smoke. All right, here we go. I need 2 to 6. It's not a previous target. There's no smoke, no rain, not buttoned up, no suppressed, and not hull down. So this is just a straight 2 to 6 roll at the anti-tank gun. And I got, a 7. Man, that was close. And that lays smoke though. So now I've got smoke there, which hinders me, but I'm going to take my second shot through the smoke because I know where he's at. The smoke is at level 2. So I get -1 for the previous target, +2, so that's +1 now. So it is a +1 through the smoke. And I get a 7. Okay, that was a 2. I knocked it over. Yeah, it was a 7. It missed. Okay, so I missed both my shots. All right. The infantry's not firing. He's not firing. And he doesn't fire until the next. If the enemy unit was targeted your tank, they are not required to move by the current mission type. They will fire as follows. Okay, he automatically, I believe, fires back though. Then check, move enemy vehicles. Combat round, your tank is not hit. Okay. So he's going to fire at me with his anti-tank gun through the smoke. Because I targeted him, he fires back. He's like, oh yeah, we're firing back. So we go anti-tank gun. He rolls on chart B1, which is the same chart I roll on. So he's going to need a medium range, 2 to 6 to hit. It's +2 for smoke. Okay. Here we go. 8 +2 is a 10. He missed, so he couldn't see me through the smoke. All right. That's the end of the combat round. Now we do our event check. Chart. Here's our event check. We roll 2 dice. And we get 7. No event. Okay. Now we degrade the smoke, so it goes from a 2 to a 1. We determine enemy targeting. Well, we know the anti-tank gun's going to fire at me, but I got to see if the 2 infantry are going to fire at me yet. So we'll start with this guy. He's a 4, nope. And the other guy, 2, nope. So they're busy with somebody else. Okay. Let's see, I fired that HE round last turn, which automatically loaded 1. Yep. Okay, we're going to fire HE. This is a 2 to 6 and the smoke is a +1, but it is a previous target, so it's -1, so it's straight up 2 to 6. 9, missed. Gonna fire again, get rid of that HE round. Here he goes, burning through this HE fast. He gets an 8, missed again. Take that off and reload. Okay, got one more HE round in there. Anti-tank gun's gonna fire at me. He's a 2 to 6 +1. Oh, that's a 5. He hits. Uh-oh, could be in trouble here. He hits me. So, he hits on a 7. Well, that's a 4, that's a 5. His armor piercing is 7. And my armor in the front, he's got to roll to see if he hits the hull or the turret. I don't really think it's going to matter, but we're going to roll. And he get a 1 to 2. It's a 1, so he hits the turret. My turret armor is a 6, but his armor piercing is a 7, so it is greater than. Let's see. Range effects. We are at medium range, not APCR, not Willie Pete, not IMM, and no aim skill. Okay, so there's no other modifier here for that, because the range didn't affect it. The woods only affects this chart up here. Okay, well, I'm in big trouble here. Here he rolls. Let's see what happens. He gets a 7, which is destroyed my tank. Okay, knocked out my tank. So we now have to roll on the B6 fire bailout chart. So the first one is fire or explosion. So we roll and we get 10, which is a fire. Okay, so we must bail out. Regardless of escape from a destroyed tank, all surviving crew are wounded. Roll on the wound chart B7. But first, we got to bail out with each one of these guys. So we're going to start with my tank commander. He's going to bail out. 8, he's out. Okay, the loader's coming out. Now let's see. Crewman. Wet storage, nope. Panzerfaust, nope. +2 for loader if no hatch. Okay, so the loader, he's got to be +2 on his die roll. Does he get out? A 7, makes that a 9. He got out. Gunner's coming out. He gets a 9. He got out. Ooh, just barely. Comes the driver. A 9, he's out. And the assistant driver. A 9, he got out. Whoa, they all got out. Okay, now we got to roll for each guy for their wound status. Okay, we know they're all light wounds. So really, the wounds that I'm concerned about are going to be the serious wound or a KIA result. So we'll get some of these ready to go here. I'm only going to mark the serious wounds if we get one. Okay, here we go. 2 to 8 is a light wound. 11 to 12 is KI. That's what we don't want to get. Okay, this is by me. The 3, it's a light wound. Okay, the loader, he got a 9. He got a serious wound. So the loader, serious wound. Okay, gunner, get in the dice tower. He got an 8. He's okay, light wound. Now for the driver, 6, light wound. Oh, 11. The assistant driver died. Okay, so we lost him. He is a KIA. Right there. So he died of his wounds. Okay. So that mission, we had Ost infantry, and a Pack 36. I didn't get any of them. That mission's a failure. Okay. I have a light wound, which fortunately means that I'll be okay there. I think there's a table here somewhere. Oh, serious wound resolution chart. So my loader, he has a serious wound. We're going to see what it was. And it is an 8. Multiple injuries. He's going to miss 5 missions. He didn't have anything. Well, he had weapons maintenance. But we're going to lose him for 5 missions, which means I'll lose that skill with him. And then I have to spend a prestige point if I want him back. So basically I've lost that loader skill there off of my guys, what he earned at Fort Knox with our tank crew. Okay, my light wound, so that takes care of the serious wound. We're going to get a new assistant driver. So I'm just going to put in my notes, just for record, KIA assistant driver and serious wound loader. Okay. All right. That's it. That stuff comes off of there. I'm going to get a new tank. So I'm going to look for another new tank because I do have a prestige point. Now, we're at the end here. So the combat round's over because I'm finished. I don't have the event check. All that ended. Okay. I am going to get a Purple Heart for this mission for getting wounded. And I believe that Purple Heart will give me a prestige point and a prestige level. So I'm looking for my Purple Heart here. There's a couple of them in there. Here it is. Well, shoot. I'm just going to have to dump these out, I think. Dig them out here easier. Because I'm looking for my ribbon. I got my medal and my medal. There it is, Purple Heart. Okay, so we get a Purple Heart. And we'll check the rule book real quick. But that Purple Heart will give me back here 1 prestige point to the player if the commander received it. Okay, each award confers 1 prestige point and also raises his prestige level by 1. So my prestige level, and I get a prestige point which I can spend, that's 2, and my prestige level goes to 2. Okay. And now I'm going to look and see if I can get a better tank. I don't know that I can, or a newer tank. I don't know if there's one out there yet that I want to do that with, but I'm going to take a look here and see what I can find. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I lost my tank. So according to the rules, the next mission when you lose your tank is a lost mission. It's similar to a refit, but a refit actually counts as a successful mission. This doesn't count as any kind of mission because what you're doing is getting re-equipped with a new tank. I got a new loader and a new assistant driver. So I decided I can't really get, I got to get to July before I can get a decent upgrade tank. So I'm not going to do anything yet. I'm going to take another M4A1 early, same tank that we had. And now I have a Purple Heart and my European, African, Mediterranean, East something ribbon. So I can't remember all the abbreviations on it. All right, well, we're going into our next mission. So this will actually be our 4th mission now. And so we got to roll again for our mission assignment. And let's see what we're going to get this time. All right, we get 12. And a 12 is a refit, and that's okay. I take a refit, which does count as a mission and a successful mission. I'll take that, and now we'll go to the next mission. So I happened to catch my battalion. I got my new tank rolled up, and they were getting refitted. So I jump in there, and we get refitted. Okay, here we go. Next mission is going to be 8. 8 is attack. So we're going to have an attack mission again. So let's see, here we go, attack. So we're going to do our attack mission. All right, next thing we do is the weather. And the weather is 6, clear. Okay, so we're still clear. Now we go to terrain, and the terrain is 5. Oh, here I did it again. 1 die on terrain. 2. 2 is bocage. Okay, so I move my terrain up here to the bocage. Now with the bocage, that means you're going to start at close range. So this is a lot more deadly because the infantry can fire those Panzerfaust at you now. So now this becomes a much more deadly chain of events. Okay, now we got to set up the battle board. First thing we need to do is, what are we facing here? We are facing 6. A 6 is 1 recon, 1 tank, 1 half-track. All right. So 1 recon. So we need our 10-sided die. And the recon is a 1. An SD KFZ 231-6 rad. All right. Okay, so I got the SD KFZ 231. He does have a 2-centimeter gun on him, so he can fire at me. Next up is my 1 tank. It is a 9. Uh-oh. Ugh. Panzer 5G. Ugh. This is getting nasty now. They're getting, the big boys are coming out. Not exactly what I wanted to see. Let's see, I'm looking at my, here it is. We have a Panzer 5G and half-track. And I think the half-track is just a half-track. Yep, so I don't have to roll for that. Just got to pull it out here. It's going to be in here too. Hertzer. Half-track. And the half-track strictly has a machine gun on it. Okay, now we roll for placement. So we'll start with the SDKFZ Recon unit. He's going to be in location 4. Now the tank, the Panzer 5G, he's deadly. He's got a ton of armor and he's high-powered gun. He's in 4. Oh boy. And the half-track. He's in 6. Oh, he's over here. Okay. All I can hope for is that those 2 guys don't spot me. That's all I can hope for. On the bocage, there are +1 HE machine gun attack missions. Start at close range. Okay. All right. Oh boy. I think when I was in the woods, I probably should have had that +1 for my woods missions too, and I didn't do that, but that's okay. Well, it ended up losing me anyway. Okay, there they are. I need to check this half-track deal, make sure they're not carrying infantry with them like the trucks do. So the half-track does carry an infantry unit, so I'll have to roll for that. See what type of unit it's going to be. It is a 2 Wehrmacht. We'll put that there with the half-track. He's still on top of the half-track right now. I'll put the half-track on top of him. So they're still loaded. So if I can knock that half-track out before they unload, I can get 2 for 1 there. And that's going to be my mission, of course. The infantry is not dug in because they're loaded there. So that's a bonus. Normally they'd be dug in. Let's see, in the attack, infantry's dug in. Enemy forces fire in the first combat round 1, fire first. And there's a possible enemy counterattack on this when we get done. Okay. So there could be a lot happening here on this mission right here. Okay, so what they do is determine enemy targeting, so they're going to get a chance to see if they're going to fire at me first. Okay. So we'll start with the Panzer 5G. Does he target me? 2. No. The recon vehicle, the 231. Yes, he targeted me. And the half-track. No. So only the STKFZ targeted me. So he's going to fire first. He has a 2 centimeter, which is an armor-piercing gun. We are at close range, so he is going to fire. He needs a 2 to 7 to hit. And let's see, with the bocage, I don't think the armor-piercing causes any effect there. Looking for my terrain effect. No, only on HE and machine gun attack. Okay, so he's firing at me. He needs a 2 to 7 to hit with that 2 centimeter gun. He rolls 2 dice. And he gets an 11. Woohoo, he missed. All right. Thank goodness. Okay, now he comes to me. My first command, I'm going to rotate because I want to fire. Well, do I want to do that or just rotate my turret? I think if I stay this way, I'm facing these guys. See if I can hit him. I could just rotate my turret. I can fire at areas C and E that way. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rotate my turret. And I'm going to fire at area C and E. I'm keeping myself pointed at that big boy. Okay. And I have a Willie Pete round that I'm going to fire at that guy. And I don't know what I want to load him with. I guess we'll see if we hit, and then we'll decide if we're going to slide HE or AP in there. Okay, we're going to fire here at the half track. This is close range. No modifiers, no smoke, no rain, not buttoned up, not suppressed, not hauled down. Okay. If I get this hit, he's down. Okay, I need a 2 to 7 to hit. That's all I got, 2 to 7. Come on. Got, oh, it's a 2. I nailed the half track. So I destroyed it and the infantry that was in it. Even if I didn't kill them, I killed enough of them that they retreated. All right. That means now that I'm going to reload with AP rounds, because the next guy I got to get after, I think, is going to be that tank. It could be that recon vehicle too, but that tank is scaring the heck out of me. Okay, now let's see what these guys do, because they could be moving here. Fire, they don't fire, move. Enemy vehicles starting in A or C will move to D or E, regardless, attack or assault. Enemy units will move even if they are not currently actively targeting you. So only if they're in those A or C. So in B, they're not going to move. They're staying there. Okay, so we go to the event table. I'm gonna roll on the event and see what we get. Oh, I need to mark on my record here. We're up against, this is an attack. I didn't do my paperwork. I have a Panzer 5G. I have SD KFZ 231, and I had a half track, and I killed the half track. Okay, here's the random event is 9. Destroy 1 random German infantry. Shoot. Would have been nice to I guess 1 random German vehicle would have been nice, but nope. Okay, so here we go. Okay, I got to check. I want to see how to flank. I'm going to see what my movement is. There is no degrade smoke, remove suppress markers, determine enemy targeting. Okay, so I'll be back here in just a minute. All right, I got 2 commands. My first command is bring my turret back here to the front. My second command, I'm moving my tank into a hull down position here. So I want him hull down. See if I can have some extra defense. Okay, now we got to see targeting. So does the Panzer 5G? He does not. The other guy already fired at me, so he's going to fire at me again. So he's got me in his sights. He keeps firing at me. So he's going to fire at close range. He needs a 2 to 7. He's -1 because the previous target, I'm +1 because I'm hull down. So he's not going to hit me, okay? Or he doesn't get a modifier. So he's a 2 to 7, and he gets a 6. So he does hit me. Okay, 2 centimeter gun. So we're going to roll on this penetration. Let's see. He gets a +1 because of short range. That's it. And that Willie Pete that I fired over here laid smoke over here, which is not going to affect anything. I forgot that, but it's not going to affect anything. Okay, here we go. I'll roll and see what he gets. So you get the lucky shot, an 8. Whew, almost ineffective. Okay, he almost forced me to button up. Okay. So it bounced off. And I think when that happens, I got to check for shock, maybe. Got to see if that's when that happens. If the player's tank is hit but not penetrated by a main gun or anti-tank round that has less penetration than his armor, the crew is subject to shock. The commander loses an action, assuming he has any left this round. If not, he receives a shock marker and will lose the first action of the next combat round. Yeah, so that's all it is. It's just I lose 1 command. He gets marked with a shock marker because startled us. me see, where's my what did I do with my, oh, it's over here. Sorry. I'm slowly working these markers out here now because some of these we hadn't used yet. All right. So I mark him with a shock, which means he only gets one action this round, or the next round. So we go to the next round. We don't have any upkeep really to do right now. And so oh no, we have to do our random event. So let's roll for our random event here. It is a 10. German mortar attack. Okay. Your tank receives an attack on the MGHE attack chart at -1 for mortars. Okay, so we go over here. On this one, it's going to be a -1. We'll see if it has any effect. It's a 7, -1 is a 6, so there's no effect. So it didn't do anything. Okay, thank goodness. They didn't cause me to button up or anything. All right, my first action I lose because of the shock marker, so I'll take that off. My second action, I'm going to fire at that recon vehicle that has me spotted. I'm going to see if I can knock him out. So I'm firing. I am a 2 to 7. And I don't have any modifiers here because this is my first shot at him. Okay, so I need a 2 to 7 to hit this guy. He gets, oh, a 12. That's a miss, big miss. Okay. We know that he's going to fire at me. Did the other tank, does he spot me yet? 6, no. Okay, so the SD's firing at me again. And he's a -1 because I'm his previous target. He gets a 9, which is an 8. He missed. Okay. Oh, and I fired, that was an AP round that I fired that time too. And I think for that SD, he's a recon vehicle. I'm going to load that back up with an HE round. Because if I hit him with an HE round, because he is only a recon vehicle, he's a wheeled vehicle. Okay, so I'm going to fire my, this time I've got him at my sights, so I get -1 to my die roll for the previous target this time. All right, this is my HE firing at him. It's -1 to my die roll. So I'm going to pull that round out. And he fires a 4. That's a 3. I destroyed the SD KFZ. Okay, knocked him out. And what do we do now? Yeah, what do we do now? I have one. I only had the one, so that'll be it. He's not firing at me. We don't have any smoke. Okay, does this tank target me? He gets a 3. So no, he does not target me. I destroyed 2 vehicles so far. Half track and that one. All right, so now we're gonna go. Here we go. We got to take this shot at this tank. Man, this is bad, because that's going to make him fire back at me. I loaded AP in my gun. I'm going to get 2 shots at him here. First shot, no modifier. I'm at close range. It's 2 to 7. 2 to 7. Yep, here we go. 7. I hit him. Okay. Firepower is a 6. It's not going to matter where I hit him because his is a 7 and a 7, but just for fun, we'll see. I rolled a 5. I hit him in the hull. Okay. our penetration is going to be less than the armor. All right, I get +1 for the short range. I wish I had that APCR, but I don't. Okay, so I get +1. Come on, baby. Knock this guy out. This is a big one. +1, 6 is a 7, ineffective. So it bounced off. Boing. So now he knows I'm here, but I'm firing a second round. So we're gonna fire another AP round right here. Here it goes. 2 to 7 and -1 because he's the previous target. I rolled a 4. Makes it a 3. That's a hit. Hey, 4 is good. What am I talking about? Okay, +1 again for the range. Come on, I need something big. I need something big. Oh, it's an 11. +1's a 12. I destroyed that sucker. I got him. I got the hit, and it knocked out the Panzer 5G. Yeah, baby. He's done. I eliminated everything off the map. The Panzer is eliminated. All right. Whew. Event check. I guess I still have to do end of combat. Combat ends when all German units have been removed or your tank's knocked out. If your tank remains operational, current mission type is attack or assault, roll 1d6 at the end of combat. If it's a 6, there's a chance for a counterattack. So we got to do that. Whew, 4, no counterattack. I nailed them. I got them. We did it. I get to check for war trophies. Okay. I win the battle. Check for war trophies. Here we go. 8. German rations. Well, it's not the best thing, but I blew that tank up and probably burned up all my trophies that I could have got. But I found some German rations here. We'll take those. That gives me, that's my second set of rations that I have. So we have German rations, that's 2, but they got trade-in value, see? So I'll take that all day long. Okay, hey, we knocked that out. That gives me 1, 2, 3, 4 successful missions. And I got to check, does it need for my awards here? Commendation medal, awarded to a tank commander upon completion of his 5th mission. So I have 5 missions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I failed 1, but it's still a mission. And Bronze Star is awarded to the tank commander who destroys and damages 2 enemy vehicles and or anti-tank guns. I get that one. So you always get the higher one first. Silver Star is awarded to the tank commander who destroys 3 enemy vehicles. I did that. Half-track, recon vehicle, and a tank during a battle and completes his mission. And I get a prestige point for that. I didn't have 4. I don't have 5. I earned the Silver Star for that battle. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We now have the Silver Star. This is cool. So I earned my Silver Star because I knocked out 3 vehicles in one battle. So I have my Silver Star. Boom, right there. That gives me my 3rd prestige point and my 3rd prestige level. Now I'm getting up here where I can actually get something. And I also have completed, I should have done this before, after 3 successful missions, which was last turn, I gained +1 experience point. I put that in my notes. So I would have been at 2 for experience. My prestige now goes to 3. And my prestige level goes to 3. And on the next turn, I'm going to earn my Army Commendation Medal because I've got enough of those too. And that's going to raise me another level. All right. So I'm quickly getting up there. And now we're going into July for our next mission. All right. So this was a big one. Man, there was a lot happened in that battle. I lost a tank today. I did a refit. Gained an experience point. I gained 3. I'm up a prestige point. I earned a silver star in that one. That's awesome. And now I'm ready to reload my tank, see what the next battle is going to bring, and we'll see where this goes. But I'm having a good time with this so far. And the M4A176 is now available, and another mission after that, the 76W, is also going to become available. So there's 2 tanks coming up. The M4A176 gives me more firepower because it goes to the 76mm, but the armor's still the same. So that's the only mission. I've got enough prestige level to do that. And here's the W, same firepower, same armor. So really, it has wet ammo storage, which helps because it gives us a -2 for the fire check there. And he carries an extra machine gun. Both of those do. So we actually start to gain, or this one actually carries 3 machine guns, but it has the 2-inch smoke marker there. So we can actually carry smoke down here now. All right. And the ready rack stays the same. So yeah, awesome. So I don't know. I'm looking at these 2. We'll see what we're going to do here coming up. Probably not going to change tanks until I lose another one. I don't want to pay for it. And my experience is up to 2. So 1, 2, 3 missions got me 2. And I think that's going to set me up pretty good. I want to check that real quick on experience. That it goes on successful missions. Crew skills, which is what I have to spend my experience points on. And now we're going to be eligible for one of the major events also coming up. So promotions, prestige points and levels, prestige points, looking for my experience here, ranks, let's see. I'm looking. Let's see, example of play, crew skills. Let's see, skill system, player main cruises during the course of the game. For every 3 missions completed, regardless of success or failure. I got to go back and change my marking on that then. My experience was actually done on the mission that I failed. So I have +1 experience right there. Okay, so I'm 2 into that one. So 1 more, I'm going to have 3 experience points. And the beauty of that is, for experience points, we can start looking. Gunnery's coming up, and that's one that I'd really, in fact, I can buy gunnery when I have 3 experience points because I have a -1 for my gunnery for my gunner. That's one that I want. Aim's another one. The commander can start getting some things. So these are the things I want to start working with. Now we're starting to get a little experience. If I can keep my guys alive, I think we got a chance here. All right, we're going to wrap this one up here right now. We had a big shot there. That was awesome. So I knocked out a big tank. Oh, that was good. Got to have those victories. If you can't get them once in a while, right? Then what's the use of playing? Hold down. He couldn't see me. I got the fired at him. He was starting to turn on me, and I blasted him. Yeah. All right. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're liking the playthrough. We'll call this one. We'll get set up for another one later on, and then we'll keep trucking here with my tank, Cyclops. It's an M4A1 early. It's actually the second one, so I'll probably change the name to Cyclops 2. And my nickname for the game is Hoosier. So, not promoted yet, but we're working on it. We're getting to a point where we might be able to get promoted. And I have a +1 for my promotion marker also. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. All right. Hope you like it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. All that helps. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.